Previously on Euro Truck Simulator 2.
No, there's something else going on. This is where this truck was broken down. I wonder if I can do something naughty. Put the old... he's drunk over the other side of the road there, look. Look at him. Which car do we pick on? Which one do we think's the cheapest? This one. Okay, let's push it. Let's push it. I'm going through. Just a little tap. Crushed that one in the process. Crushed a couple of them in the process. Hello and welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator 2. We're still kind of waiting for the next map, aren't we? I think that's what we're really waiting for. But we're currently, let's have a look where we are. I'm sure we're in the top of Finland. No, we're in Estonia, aren't we? Yeah, we're in Estonia. So there's a few places we need to go. We need to cover a bit of this off. I'm really making a meal of this one. I'll be honest. It's been fun actually. I do like the Balkan, no, not the Balkan states, the Scandinavian states. I think they're really nice. They're really pretty to drive around. But we are making a bit of a meal of it. I don't know much about Estonia, but are they Balkans? Northern Balkans? They probably are actually, because I think Scandinavia is probably defined by this link between this strait here that Russia has between sort of the Finnish border here. God, can you imagine what the top of Finland looks like? It's massive, because apparently that's 800 miles long. That's going to be huge. That border there. They all go so far up that we really haven't explored most of it. They should really do that, you know. And I'll say why we should really do that, because I've seen film footage from real truckers in Norway and Denmark and Finland. It is absolutely amazing. It's beautiful scenery. I know there's some beautiful scenery amongst all of this, but up here, that's a whole different kettle of fish. Anyway, let's see if we can find ourselves a little freight job and take ourselves for a little drive. We've got a very Billy basic Scania, but we like it. Let's see what we can find. Let's see if I would like to go down here if I can, but I doubt it's going to happen. Now they all want to take me to Stockholm. Let's go here. Is there something else in Estonia? Estonia. Sweden. They really don't want me to drive to the last of these places in Estonia, do they? They don't want to take me to Kud and Nava. Doesn't want to take me there, does it? It really doesn't. It's just keen on taking me across the sea. I guess they do a lot of exports from Estonia. They don't really drive around Estonia. Nobody drives around Estonia, it seems. Should we go? I want to go. I know it's not you know, the usual thing, but I think we should just go for a drive, and we should go down here to this one here, and then we'll that means we scored it off at least, and then maybe we'll see if we can get a small, tiny little mission to do something else, because it looks like a beautiful run. This. It does. It looks like a nice run in its very nature. Photographic bit there on the end. Let's do that. I think we'll take a gentle run here. How have you been this week? Have you been busy? Anything good happened? Anything bad happened? I've had one of them kind of weeks that's been absolutely mad. Just so much going on. So many things. So much. And then at the same time, it's all been good. You know when you have one of those ones where it's really, really, you think to yourself, it's gonna be hellish, and you get to the end of it and you go, it's relief as well, because of course we've got a long weekend ahead as well. So I'm going to use this finally to do some more recordings of videos. I've been promising myself that for weeks, but we are definitely going to do it. So it is going to happen this week that I'm going to record for the channel, some other things. I've got some games as well that I really want to put on the channel. Look at this truck. It's lovely. 370S. Just the basics, but it looks nice. I'm going to take it all back about the Scanias, by the way. I really am, because I have found myself absolutely adoring this machine. I wasn't sure, and I saw some the other day, and I was like, yeah, they are nice, you know. They are nice. I wasn't a Scania fan to begin with, but But I'm kind of seeing the love that comes with it. So anyway, let's get on the road. Put the old indicator on. Put it on. Right. Okay. So we're going down the road. Let's push the windscreen wipers. There we go. Just on basic. So down in the bottom right hand corner we have the GPS. It tells us our speed, which is 12, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, a little bit more now. Speed, and then we've got top of that next to the A is automatic A, which is automatic gear for A. Or 2, sorry. Automatic gear A. It's automatic 2, which is gear 2 basically in the automatics. Followed by the damage to the truck, which should be none because I haven't smashed it into very much. I have definitely smashed it into things last week. Oh, look at the water on the road. It's amazing. Anyway, smashed it into a lot this week. Then we've got the fuel, which is 3/4 of a tank, I would say. Then we've got the bed, slowly goes blue, then finally goes red. When it goes red, we panic a lot, usually crash into things, because we fall asleep at the wheel, because it's our fatigue, effectively. But I like to also think it's our taco, it's our legal requirement, maximum sort of 12 hours driving, and then you're falling asleep at the wheel. I think anybody doing 12 hours driving is going to fall asleep at the wheel. I think that is quite exhausting, to be honest with you. I did this week. I did 7 hours of driving, and the next day I felt it. I have real respect for people who drive trucks, because you don't have to feel it if you do a lot of driving in a particular day. I mean, on a usual day, it's 2 or 3 hours worth of driving, but on this day, 7 hours, I was a lot. Anyway, after that we've got the envelope, which is really underused. It's just used at the beginning of the game to sort of define how to buy a truck, how to find a depot, all that kind of stuff. And the very basics, basically, should be DLC. And I've said this before, DLC, if they can make a DLC, every time you sleep in a location, there should be a specialist job that pops up that needs your specialist attention, that pays you a little bit more money. I love the water lines and behind those cars. Look at that. That's very cool. So very specialist job that does that. Then we got the time, which was 8:40 something a.m. I'm just trying to get that picture of these cars going around here like that. Look at that. Me all over the road. Not very clever. Come on. Right, okay. Then we've got the time, which is 8:56 along the top bar. Then we've got our destination, which is, we're going to get 9:45. It's 48 kilometres, 47 kilometres now, 47 minutes. So we're just going to make our way across the road. Estonia is fast. It's 90 kilometres here. The UK's fast as well, I think. And I think they think Estonia and the UK are comparable speed-wise. Look at this. It's beautiful. I knew it was going to be beautiful scenery when we started out here. Oh, my phone buzzing away. There's a little bit of activity going on this morning, so I'm kind of keeping a rough eye on it. Yep, exactly what I expected. Something's happening. So part of the thing recently is there's been there's been another storm. I can't remember its name going across the UK. And it rained so hard yesterday that when I drove to work with my colleague, there were floods in the roads. We actually had to slow down and drive through the centre nice and slowly, not to fill the filters in your car with water. Because when you hit it hard, these people who hit the hard water, and it floods up and it covers the entire bonnet, and then it ends up in the engine. What they get is something called hydro lock. I've learned this, by the way, from watching, because I quite like watching people going through Fords stupidly. When they drive through them at full tilt, and then they get to the other side, the car's completely stalled and whatever else is. What it is that the air filters in your car get soaked, and because they get soaked, the engine gets choked. So it doesn't actually. This is me not knowing very much about it. Basically, though, it doesn't allow the air into the engine to be intake wise, and the car gets what's known as hydro lock. When it dries out, assuming it hasn't damaged the air filter permanently, when it dries out, you actually get a car that moves again. But yeah, it's called hydrolock. So when you flood your car like that, it does it. So you're actually meant to drive through slowly, as gently as you can through the various sort of puddles that you come across. There were some pretty deep ones, not massively deep, nothing that my little car couldn't handle. If I had my 4x4, it would have been nothing realistically, but yeah, it was. I'd say my 4x4 when I had a 4x4. I don't have a 4x4 anymore, but yeah, there wasn't a big problem, and everybody was being quite courteous on the road. It's always good when people are courteous and let people go. So there's like a drift of people going through here, a drift of people going through there. Just gently taking our time, all making our way through the road to sort of the destination at the other end. It was absolutely fine. It was fine, but there was a lot of rivers on the road. There was a lot of water coming off the fells in the Lake District where we were. Lots and lots and lots of them, just tons and tons and tons. It's funny though, because we've been trying to do support a local sort of country fair. And unfortunately, I got the message this morning that it has been cancelled due to the field being waterlogged. And to be fair, at the time of recording this, we've probably got 2 more days of water to come. So I think they probably made the right move. Left it to the last second. They had to. They were trying really hard. I felt very sorry for them, to be honest. It was going to be a 6:30 start for us on the bank holiday Monday, but it would have been fine. We were prepared and we were ready. Everything that we needed was done. It was all sat in the office ready to pop in and get it on the Monday morning. But as I say, what the heck's flashing? There's a glittering of light there. Loving this, by the way. Wow. Loving it. Actros behind us, probably. Yeah, Actros. I wonder how many more trucks they're going to add to the game. I'm hoping there's a few more. I got through there, I think. Flashes green rather than going to an amber in Estonia. Come on, little car. I'm covering for you. That's it. Got it. Look. Come on. Gently does it. Look at the water on the road. There was so much sitting water the other day. It was unbelievable. Woke up this morning, gardens full of water. No wonder they had to cancel in the end. It was just, it genuinely was just too, it's just too wet. Sadly, too wet. Oh, here we go. I'm quite disappointed for them though. I mean, can you imagine, you prepare almost all year for a single event. There's a board and a group that do it. I mean, there's lots of these, by the way. If you ever actually look into country fairs in the UK or county fairs, there are. In my area alone, we spotted 22 of them. 22 of them. This is only one county. It's not even out of county. That's a lot of country fairs that go on, and they're really important to the farming community. They're like a celebration. It's a time when they can come and show off their various bits and pieces. So if you take, for instance, the reason why this one is in August, it's a celebration of cattle, sheep, and sort of livestock farmers. They get a chance. This is a quiet time for them. This is not when they're out. They're not breeding their animals. They're not expecting anything to happen. There's no births expected, all this kind of stuff, and it's really important. It's their little break, realistically. August, yeah. If you were a grain farmer or somebody or harvesting, you'd be absolutely run off your feet right now. This would be a very busy time for you. This car in front of me, every time he comes to a halt, puts his hazard lights on. Yes, we get it. We see it. I do that though. I don't know about you, but you know when somebody comes to a screeching halt on the roads or whatever else is, and you need to put your hazard lights on. I do that occasionally. I've been known to do that just to slow people down, especially if somebody's very fast and close behind me. I often sort of start to slow and put the hazard lights on to demonstrate that you haven't seen what's in front of us. It's a good ploy. I think it's a safe thing to do. Interesting enough, though, I was coming back from from Cheshire the other day, and I was driving north home, and I was driving the other way. The motorway was blocked. The M6 was blocked. There was a fire on the motorway. A truck was on fire, and I passed it as I was going. And it was a timber truck actually carrying sort of cut timber. The truck had burnt out. I don't think anybody was hurt. Nobody was hurt. I did check it. Nobody was hurt. The truck was burnt out. The cab. And the part of the trailer had caught fire, and there was burnt logs on the back of it. But I then measured the tailback, and this is sort of rush hour going south. I measured the tailback. 7 miles of solid, traffic just frozen. Even though they had one lane open for them to go past, because at this point they'd already doused the truck down and whatever else is. They were just clearing. The debris had been cleared to the necessary points. Yeah, 7 miles of tailback. That was a lot of tailback. I was feeling sorry for everybody in it. Worst part was it went past a little town, and all the town's exits were jammed, absolutely rammed. And a few other things were just, it was just dreadful. Every town that was on that 7 mile stretch was just absolutely covered in things. This is going to be a hiring and firing place. Right, I'll tell you what, we're going to go in there. We can turn around in here, you see, as well. We're not going to hire anybody, obviously. A lot of people not hired the other week. Hartman, I did notice. Thanks, Hartman. You noticed that I was good, behaved myself. There's always that dodgy fella trying to put a supposed envelope in, and I'll deliver something. Look, but he never actually does. Right, I'm just going to reverse around here, and we'll bring up the map. We'll just be courteous and at least leave some space for anybody who's driving. We'll bring up the map, and we'll see if we can find ourselves. Oh, not the map. We'll bring up the system and see if we can find a job. Let's see if we can find a freight job. It's so disappointing, strangely, for me that we haven't had any more of the electric trucks available as an option. But it's kind of disappointing for me that we can't choose. Far end of Estonia, perfect. 1 hour and 54 minutes to get it. Beef, far end of Estonia. That's what we want. We want one that takes us somewhere around Estonia, and that's perfect. We want to go that way, because then we can take this one on the way back, and then that's Estonia cleared. So let's take that one. Let's do the beef. Okay, let's have a little look. I hope it's not too far away. It's 39 kilometres away. Of course it is. We need to go fast here. Come on. Oh, naughty me. They're on go now. Me trying to get away really quickly there. These are cool houses, by the way, the side of here. Lots of timber builds. Very nice. Come on, stay on green, stay on green. Oh, looks like the rain has stopped. Lovely. Let's get up to some speed here. We'll pretend we're not speeding. That's a terrible view, by the way. That one made me sick too. Right, okay, we're up to 90 kilometres an hour. This should be alright. We should be okay. We should be able to do this in time. 70, now 70. Oh, skidded! Did you see that? I skidded! Road's still wet. I actually skidded sideways there. A bit too fast on that bit of road there. Naughty, naughty me. Don't think I've ever skidded a truck before like that. That's really weird that you can actually do that. I didn't even know you could. Having a little move across here. Oh, lovely. I like it. I like it a lot. Beautiful. Can hear the birds in the garden now. They've all landed again because the weather's changed a little bit. 18 kilometres to go down the bottom right hand corner there. A little bit of... This is going to be... Oh, there's a lot of off-road here. Ooh! I do like it when we get a bit of off-road. Side road here. A lot of my photos this week are going to be me doing this, unless I can remember where the timing is where we do that. I was watching another YouTube channel the other day, and the person who runs the channel, to remember when they're doing when they have to put a clip in somewhere for their editing so they can do it, they say roll the clip every time that they need that done. And it's funny because it's like you can't remember when you've got to put it in, so you have to say roll the clip. I kind of understand it, because when you're fast forwarding through, you could easily say, right, roll the clip and then know where you're at basically with it. But I can kind of see that. It's beautiful out here, by the way. Oh, we're on the lake and we're on some gravel. It says 90 kilometres an hour. Yeah, right, that's going to happen. 90 kilometres on here. I don't think so. That was hard enough to turn there, let alone anything else. Top mirror for the stop. Boom. Air button. Right, okay, let's earn some money for myself. There's our load there. Lovely. Beef. And some beef. Just a good old-fashioned beef. There it is. Oh, look. I mean, you couldn't have made this easier. Look at the space to use to get this. Wow. I love the attention to detail with that broken there up. Right. Okay, let's spin round. We'll have a little look at we'll run through it. Not that it's going to take much to run through this one. Right, back of the truck we have that horseshoe-shaped thing. That's called the fifth wheel. And we have to push that into the pin, which dangles down. Maybe able to see it on one of those trailers. It hangs down from one of those trailers. It's basically a coupling method. And I've got advanced coupling on because actually it's extremely entertaining. I do recommend you put it on the options now, because it means you have to hit the two things together perfectly. You can't just sort of loiter underneath it and expect the two things to hit. And it is a wonderful addition to the game. It was suggested to me very early on, and you know what? You see, you do things like that as well. So you bang into that and you do that. I'm gonna have a look at this though, because I'm wondering whether or not I need to sink the truck down. Yes. So the trailer's sitting a little low here, so I have to reduce it down, and I can't remember how to adjust it. So we're gonna brace yourselves. It's menu time. So I can't remember how to reduce to lower the suspension so that I can get underneath it. I always forget this. Really rubbish at this. Where are the keys? Where do we put the keys? Where do we put the keys? It's under settings, options. Yes, it will be. Okay, gameplay, buttons and controls. That's the one. So I basically need to go down, down, lift axle, drop trailer axle. Is that the one I want? Suspension up and down. I haven't got any buttons assigned to this. Rear suspension up, rear suspension down, rear suspension reset. So I need to drop the suspension basically. So rear suspension specifically. So I need to do something with that, but I don't know what button to use. I use the full stop. No, full stop's used for something, is it? I put a comma in. Right, we'll use comma and then reset. Full stop. Yeah, comma, full stop. Let's. I won't remember those, by the way. I really won't. I'll forget it. Right. So we need to reduce the suspension, which I'm doing now. Look, going right down, sinking into the gap, flat as we can, and then we should be okay to reverse in here. So let's just. And we're in. So we'll press the Y button, or the T button, and it'll couple, and everything will wind up and it'll be attached. And then I'm going to press the full stop, and our suspension lifts again, and we're back to full height. That's a good start anyway. Let's press the F3 button, because that's quite a nice view of the truck there. It's a nice day. Scania has beautiful lighting, is the answer to that. We look good. We look good. Look at that. Beautiful. It's like a beauty parade with trucks. Anyway, let's continue on. 4 hours and 26 minutes to our destination. 318 kilometres. Let us leave the yard and drive gently through. 21 tons of beef. That's a lot of weight. Gonna end up going over the grass here a bit. Yep. Bouncing properly along. And then out this way. Is there a secret road there in front of me? Can I go straight on, or do I have to turn? Oh no, it's just it's a silver birch tree. No, we're not worried about silver birch tree. That nice and wide for a reason, because I didn't want to take the things down. A couple of little houses along here. That looks like it was a shop once upon a time beside it as well. Maybe a farm shop of some sort, where you can get your beef. Yeah, these beef farmers would be very upset that they couldn't get their show on. Their county show wouldn't be on. It's just the weather. You can't really stop the weather being as bad as it is. Right, gently driving. Yeah, 4 hours and 17. George S has just made 29,800 euros. Good, George S. And he's levelled up as well. Well done, George S. I like levelling up in the game. I think it's a good thing to level up. It kind of gives you that it's a nice thing to say. Oh, I'm level 60 or 100 or whatever it is. I don't know how far it goes, to be honest with you. I remember Activision and with Diablo 3, they kind of changed what was known as the Paragon system, so you could be in the thousands for your Paragon thing, which is a lot, to be honest. Look at it, it's beautiful. It feels cold. It feels dark and cold. It feels like it might rain any second. At the same time, it's beautiful. Speed for cars, 100 kilometres an hour. What's that, about 80 miles per hour? Either way. Going cross country here, be nice. Making a little turn. Just ahead. It's a struggle, by the way. I can feel the truck labouring with this weight. 21 tons is kind of, I think, it's probably beyond it's probably 1 ton beyond its real limits. Yeah, I think we're 1 ton above where this truck's comfortable, where it should be. That's a cell tower. Just looking at it. I've got a beverage job. You've got one too. Got a cup of coffee. I'm gonna have a sup of it in a second if I can get a bit of speed up. I'm gonna have a drink of coffee. Bed's gone slightly blue so far, though. By the way, have you noticed that on the GPS? We're about halfway blue. I think but this is probably a perfect journey for us. Yeah, I knew that was coming. I knew we were going to go through a town where I was going to have to slow down. Oh, it's beautiful. I love the scenery in this one. I love it. It's very rustic. It's a good word, rustic. I like that. I haven't used that word in ages. Rustic. Right, I'm drinking a coffee while we're driving through the rustic village. Oh, it's a good cup of coffee. I like coffee. Big fan of coffee. Coffee's excellent. Oh, yes. Right, okay. Where are we at? We're just still trundling through this village with small houses, small yellow houses, and probably school, actually, I would think. But that's a school. Well, it was meant to be a school. I swerved across the road there while I was thinking about that. Back up to 70 miles per hour. Oh, wow. Get a lot of those in the UK now, disused churches. There's a serious lack of religion now. Atheism becoming bigger than Christianity, I think, in the UK. I always think it's sad when I see them. I saw there's a few in some towns that I've seen, and they go quite cheaply. By the way, you can buy them quite cheaply. And to be fair, if you convert one to a house, I mean, wonderful thing, beautiful. Yeah, I just see they're a bit sad when they're just abandoned, though. We are going down the road. I'm just checking my. I've got to check my phone. I'm breaking the law. Don't tell anybody. Okay. Getting a thumbs up. Again, as I said before, kind of a little bit monitoring this interaction with this show, but it's all kind of fine. Don't you worry. We're all good. You're involved now because you're listening. All involved now. There's a little bit of broken road all of a sudden. It's a very smooth drive, by the way. I'm enjoying this. Apart from that little skid earlier. Next week, you see, the question is when I do my video, I do the previously on Euro Truck Simulator 2. Will I remember that bit where we slid the truck sideways? Probably not. If only I will. I'll try my best to try and remember it. I'll put that on the video because that was a bit bad. That was a bit naughty. It was a naughty fella. Was a naughty driver. It's 3 hours and 2 minutes, 217 kilometres. A lovely little drive, this one. Getting us through Estonia, right to the border with Russia itself, right next to it. It's funny, isn't it? Euro Truck Simulator. They literally had the heart of Russia, which was the next add-on they were going to do. They had that done, and then the Ukrainian, the Russians sort of invaded Ukraine, and they had to cancel it. That year must have been dreadful for. I'm sure ETS could financially handle that, but those DLCs, those £8 DLCs that they are, with the little updates that they do within them and the maps that they add. That's a big thing for something like SCS software. They had to take that on the chin. I wonder how many they sell. Do you think they sell a lot? I don't know. I wonder how many they sell though. There must be millions of copies of this. I heard this the other day. This is hilarious. This is a new thing that I've heard. By the way, this has got a new. They categorised this new with a new way. It's called a dad sim. Can you imagine that? So if you like farming simulators and you like driving trucks, it's called a dad sim. I don't know whether to be offended or not, really. I feel like I should be. But at the same time, it's like, well, yeah, all right, then, Ewan, get off my lawn. If you're going to call it a dad sim, it's a great game. Look at how good it is. Look how much fun it is. But yeah, apparently it's a new category now called a dad sim. I don't know. To make you feel old when it's called a dad sim. It's not even casual. It doesn't even go to the category. We got demoted because you could call it casual realistically with the. But at the same time, it's a sim with all the stuff going on. Why is it a dad sim? I'm now so confused. I'm so confused, but it's so cool, this game, either way. I don't care what they say. I like the fact there's a parking spot there. What's that on the side of the road? Just some rubbish. Just a pile of random rubbish on the road. That's fine. Nice trees, nice corn, nice grain being grown. Trundling through 2 hours and 25 minutes game time wise, 173 kilometres. Not a bad journey, not a bad little one. This one gave us an opportunity to go further into Estonia, somewhere we've not travelled before. Tell you what though, this town is really literally on the border, isn't it, with Russia. It's like right on the corner. I don't know if Estonian is in NATO or not, to be honest. Okay. I'm looking at the I'm looking at the road, and I'm looking at the GPS, and I'm kind of there's a little bit of swerving to do, not swerving, but you know, a little bit of oh, hello. We've been up to no good. Oh, it's broken down. Police are there. We're okay. We're safe. He'll be safe. Didn't really do that very well. That was poor performance there from me. Should have kept a bit of power on there as we drifted through. We're going this way. The thing about those yellow things is it don't have to affect your photographs. You know when you're taking photos in the game, or you're taking whatever else it is, and you know, I push the button and I do this. I don't affect them massively, but I'd rather they weren't there because there's some nice photos to be had in the game. I don't know how you do them otherwise. I mean, do you do it like the last second? Mind you, if you do it the last second, people will crash into them, wouldn't they? People won't listen to their GPSs or watch what they're doing. I actually think that it's kind of a bit, they're there, but you should give them somewhere to go. I maybe it's me, but I feel like that they all should be filled in roads. If you've got them in there, you can use them. One of my favourite things is years ago there was test drive. He's let me go. There was test drive. No, he's not. There was test drive 3, a very old blocky game, probably from the late 80s. It was really good. It was in MCGA graphics at the time. It was really good, and in the sense of that you could take these soft through semi 3D cars for a drive. One of the things was though it had a highway in the middle of the level, so you could run the length up and down, which is what you were meant to do. But there was a highway, and if you turned off into the highway, what would happen on the highway is, when you got to what would be the edge of the world, it looped round to the other side of the map. So basically, it was a cylinder shape map, realistically. So they all went straight to the end, up and down. But if you went through the middle bits, you could loop round on yourself. So that meant you could take your Lamborghini, whatever version it was. It'll be not a Countach. It'll be something similar. But anyway, you could take your Lamborghini. And you could basically be on a straight line sort of highway with a very few kinks in it, doing full tilt along it. And I always thought it was quite a nice idea. So I always feel that you should have roads should go somewhere. If they've got a road there, then even if it doesn't go anywhere, you know, and it forces you to reverse at the end of it, I think they should clear those maps off. So that should go somewhere that reconnects somewhere, even if it just loops around on itself. That should go somewhere. And then reconnect. You know, I do feel like that could be the way. Oh, it's lovely. Estonia's beautiful, by the way. Highly recommend driving around Estonia. Very, very rustic, sort of Eastern European, sort of a little bit tired in places like that. Bit war torn as such. I don't think it's been particularly. I don't know about Estonia's history. Cold, green. Very green. Lovely. Worth the drive in Euro Truck Simulator. Whoa! Shit! I could not stop there. I was coming far too fast. I couldn't stop. Well, that's the video for next week. Now I've upset him, he can't turn. Yep. That was bad. To be fair, if I'd hit him that hard, there would be nothing left of that car right now. I did hit him at some speed. I didn't see him braking. Right, you're not moving though. And you're getting squished now. You're both getting squished. I've got things to deliver. I've got beef to deliver. I did hit him hard there. My bed's almost gone blue as well. We've got 1 hour and 10 minutes. I think we've got enough time to make it, though. It was all going so well until then. It's me concentrating on a look at side roads. Yeah, if you're going to put side roads on, put those on. Put... That's what they need to put. Put construction signs on them. So this is closed construction. That's what I'd prefer. So you can see them from a distance, and the yellow or the red or whatever else is, and there's cones around it, and basically you can't go through because it's construction. That's what I'd rather than those great big bloody yellow X's. I think that's one thing in the game that spoils the immersion a little bit. You've got you know, I mean, obviously I've got a really weird GPS that I've got on my screen, but one of the things that really spoils the immersion is that those yellow signs. If you're going to close a road or don't want people to go down it, put fences in front of it. I know it looks nice to have it go down, but put construction stuff on it, or at least let them drive down some of them. So, for instance, we're coming up to one here. There's a fence. That looks fine. There should be construction. That doesn't look fine. You know, that's yeah. That would be way better. This is a wild drive, by the way. The speed we're doing. I'm just not watching out. Just not watching the speed properly. Fence. We know we can't go down it. Yeah, they're missing a trick with that, I think. I think that'll be it. I suppose at this point in time, there's probably so many little roads like that you can't put that sort of detail in now. But I think it's pretty good. Okay, police. Now, we're going. We're going. Squeeze past that one. Yeah, there's plenty of space to get past this. Oof. That's the car. That's like the car that we had earlier. Crumpled beyond all recognition. That's like the car I hit. Oh dear. Nightmare. Right. We got past that. That's the video next week though, that one. The crashing into the back of the car. Forget the skidding. It is that dreadful bit of smashing into it. Previously on Euro Truck Simulator 2. Oh shit! Me smashing into it like an idiot. What do you feel about the yellow signs? Do you feel that there shouldn't be yellow, yellow X's, should I say? Do you feel it should be something else that makes it look nice? That feels like you should be able to drive down that. I know it's probably a cycle track, but it does feel like you should be able to drive down it, doesn't it? I wouldn't want to, but it does feel like you could. Brilliant. Love it. Great game. Almost up to our destination. There's a bed just around the corner as well, which is very handy, because we're going to need that. Feeling very sleepy at this point in time. Very sleepy. I'm a tired truck driver. Not massively tired, just tired enough. Here we go, here's the place. Wow. I know, a little bit of... Little bit driving. Oh, pardon me. Slept last night, very dry throat. I hate it when that happens. Oh, bit of aggro going up here. Right where I need to be, of course. Artie logs not knowing where he's going. Doing some very dodgy manoeuvres. Come on, Artie. There we go. Here we go, swinging. Well done, Artie logs. On we go. Lovely. Pressure's good as well in the system. Oil temperature going up, of course, a little bit. Right, okay, and we're coming up to the turning here. Lovely bit of parking there. So, of course, this is the traffic density coming into play here. The not very many places for the computer to put traffic, and it has dumped it all of where I am, because that's the way it works. This is a bit silly. There's a couple of places to park, though. There's one over here as well, so that might be the safest location. We've discovered it. Alright, let's see where they want it parked. Let's have a look. That's the button. Oh, far side. I'm good with that. Yeah, let's do it. Way over here. Plenty of space, though. This is, I think it was, I mean, there's obviously this Hartman, there's Mark, there's so many other people, lovely people, Bobster, who follow the channel, plus many others, and nice new people as well. But one of the things that was suggested to me early on is just use the space. If you've got the space, just use it. I'm even half tempted to trundle a little forward, assuming the ground was firm, onto here, just so I'm straight and ready to go in the parking spot. So I should be relatively straight with the parking spot that's over there. Plus, it's an amazing picture of me parking on the grass. Look at that. Look at that. There you go. There's a bad lad parking on the grass. Let's go do this. A little bit of adjustment. My wife's mobile phone's just gone off again. She probably want to read that. She's not. She's waiting for somebody to come and look at cutting a large hedge. It's far too tall for us. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Just nicely does it. Plenty of space. Easy in. Keeping it straight. Slow adjustments to the end. Perfect. Absolutely amazing. I'm very happy with that. Very happy indeed. That's one of my that's one of the best parks I've done. Best parks I've done. Yeah, I've done with it. Right, let's press the Y button. And we'll detach the cables. A message was from Aldi. It wasn't from who she thought it was from. Lovely. Right, that job's done. Let's have a little look. I did see the stats on the screen, or it just did disappear really fast. We need to go across across the road, though, so that's where we want to sleep for the night. So let's do that. F3, straight across the road, with all the cars coming out of it, the millions of cars and trucks. The millions of cars and trucks. Density's changed because of the location I'm at. I'm going. There was a car to my right there, but we're okay. We'll turn in here. This is obviously a place where you can have your truck altered as well, mechanically, if you want to change some elements on it. But it's also a place you can park for the night, and it's for It's for. I was a bit tight with my turning there. It is for 50 in the afternoon. The sun's going down. It's almost perfect. It's I would say at this point in time, if we're coming to a halt here, we've just made €9,000 from what we're doing, and we're parked up badly like that. I would say it's beer o'clock time, so let's push the button and let's have some rest. That'll be like middle night, and we're going to do it again, so it's the morning for when we start next time round. It's 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock in the morning. So we're ready to go, next episode. Anyway, I've been your host, Realty Night Demon. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye-bye now.